Yeehaw! And welcome back to the Southern Snack, where life is too short to be serious. All right. Never expect anything in life. But yeah, crazy weekend. And then my sister said, oh, I want to come do a Crumbl review with you. She's been saying it for a while now. But she said, last night she said 50%. And I'm not expecting that she'll show up. It would be crazy if she did. It would be cool. But we'll have to see. We'll go on with the video, go on with life, and if she shows up, she shows up. We got one new cookie. Apparently, Crumbl's going to be doing new cookies for a while, probably for the rest of the year, I hope, but we'll have to see. Next week looks amazing in terms of the lineup, like 3 new cookies. If it stays true, I really hope it does because, man, it looks good. But yeah, crazy weekend. We'll talk about it, right? But let's go ahead and jump into the cookies. I don't want to hear my life story, do you? All right, that's your thumbnail. And let's go ahead and jump into this. I didn't read into the details on apple cider, and I apologize. I meant to, but we're already in this, right? So it looks like an apple cider glaze. Probably apple. The cookie looks like an apple cider base too, like it's got apple cider mixed into it. Probably some brown sugar involved. It's like an apple cider muffin cookie, and then you got some. It looks like brown sugar muffin crumbles. So yeah, let's go ahead and get a bite of that and give it a try. Here's a look on the inside. Again, there's nothing like filled in it, but it's very sparkly. So very hopeful that we get lots of apple cider flavor. Wow. I was not expecting that. I've had some apple cider things where it's come short. That doesn't come short. That nails it. That nails the apple flavor. I don't really taste a lot of brown sugar. Maybe hints of it. But the apple cider. If you like apple cider donuts, apple cider anything, that is really good. Not the gooeyest cookie, but that doesn't really factor into how I feel about this. Just the flavor of it. You get the little crystallized sugar kind of hitting your tongue as well. Wow, folks. Wow. They do good with the apple cookies, I'm not gonna lie. But that one, oh, that takes the cake. That's a 10 out of 10. No question about it. Get you some apple cider cookies. Oh man, that make it worth the trip as is. There's a couple of cookies in his lineup I'm not super excited about, but apple cider, so good. S'mores, I love s'mores. I know a lot of people complain, chocolate, milk chocolate, but the thing is that, what are you making your s'mores with? Some of y'all might be out there using Ghirardelli, and that's fine. But the majority of us, if we're making s'mores, what are we using, folks? We're using Hershey's. We're using milk chocolate. So this is pretty accurate. I mean, I know it's a dark chocolate drizzle, but s'mores, most of the time you eat a s'mores, it's going to have milk chocolate. So I hope no one's out there complaining, oh, it needs dark chocolate. Well, make your own s'mores, folks. Make your own. I love this cookie. It's so gooey. I love the base. If they put the right amount of graham cracker in it, it's a perfect emulation of s'mores. I know a lot of people complain, well, the base isn't right. And it's all about how much graham cracker they use. They need to use as much as they can, obviously. And I know some of the locations may fail at that, but come on now. I love this cookie. Let's go ahead and eat it. It's a s'mores, folks. It's a s'mores. How can you diss on that? 10 out of 10. I love s'mores. All right, now we've gotten the elite cookies out of the way. We're moving on to the lesser, but that's fine. That's life. Chocolate cupcake, not as good as chocolate cake, but the same icing. So for anyone that doesn't like Betty Crocker chocolate icing, or you know, those chocolate icings you get, you might not like this. And it's not like they're taking that chocolate out of a can or anything. They make the icing, but it's chocolate and cream cheese. It's fudge and cream cheese. So, you know, it's just, the flavor is very similar, and I like it. I don't like cream cheese a lot, but I think this flavor is good. It would be interesting to see, not to get distracted, but it would be interesting to see a buttercream chocolate frosting. And like, I was thinking do a double chocolate ice cream cookie. So a chilled chocolate cake base or something like that with chocolate buttercream icing. Because I don't want to lose my favorite. I don't want to lose chocolate cake. I don't want them to sacrifice it. I want them to make another cookie with chocolate buttercream icing that doesn't get, you know, double chocolate ice cream is a good name, right? That's what they do with a lot of their buttercream cookies. So anyways, this one's solid, but the base is, you know, it's not got much to it, right? It's all about that chocolate icing. If you don't like the icing, you might not like this. The base, very much like sugar cookie with a twist of a little bit of cakiness to it. That's really what you get. It's like a vanilla cakey flavor, but, you know, mixed with a sugar cookie, right? It's not gonna like wow you, but it's still pretty solid. Like today, you know, I was thinking before this review I would probably give this an 8, but I wouldn't. I think 8's way too high. I think 7's fair. It's simple. The chocolate icing is a bit much in terms of like the overall flavor balance. So, you know, you just, if you love that icing, you'll love this, or I would think you would. But, you know, I just think that base doesn't have enough oomph, right? It's not like legit eating a piece of vanilla cake, because I feel like with the vanilla cake has a little bit more balance, right? This one's just not as balanced. So, moving on to strawberry milk. This is one of my, as compared to the other artificial strawberry ones, I think this one's my favorite. I love strawberry cheesecake. I love strawberry shortcake, but I'm not a big fan of the strawberry crumb cake, or the strawberry cake, or the strawberry cupcake, or strawberry ice cream bar. I think they all fall short. This one I think I like it a little bit more, because you ain't got to deal with cream cheese. You ain't got to deal with just basically a sugar cookie for the most part. That filling there has some flavor, so we'll go ahead and experiment with it again. Again, strawberry milk. You've got like a sugar cookie, not really like a sugar cookie base. It's kind of like their pie crust base, but it's like, you know, a mix of artificial strawberry and vanilla flavors. But it's all about that milk, that strawberry milk icing. That's what carries this one. So let's go ahead and do this. Yeah. But I will say this time, the icing, even the strawberry milk icing kind of comes short. It's not as flavorful as it could have been, should have been, would have been. So I think I have to give that a 7 too. Like, it's not bad. I mean, it's pretty good. And I like the touch of strawberry, but it needs more strawberry. It needs more strawberry flavor. I can definitely taste, I get where they're calling it strawberry milk, because I'm getting that kind of aftertaste there. Like, I just drink a little bit, just a sip of strawberry milk. There's not enough strawberry milk flavor. So anyways, finishing off with toffee. And again, it's chocolate chips, toffee, like caramel toffee pieces, and sea salt. Again, hit or miss, but all about how they mix it, what you get. So not a lot of toffee in that one. maybe no chocolate at all, but oh well. Yeah, I gotta think about if I have a little bit of chocolate in there. I mean, it's in there somewhere, but not my piece. It's a solid cookie. There's nothing wrong with it. Again, it's not gonna compare to s'mores or apple cider in any way, but that one has a more complex flavor profile than that of chocolate cupcake or strawberry milk. Still not anything like super special. I definitely would give it like a 7.5, but still holds its own. Always does a pretty solid job, and you know, it'll please people that like the more simple things in life. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that side of things. That was a long time for 5 cookies and not like a lot of talking, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit. Crazy weekend. Went to a couple football games, same day, 2 in the same day. Drove up to Charlottesville. They did a whole tribute for the players that died in a tragic shooting. The game was really fun. Then it rained, and I left. JMU was down by 11, and they come back and win at the end of the game. Crazy stuff. So JMU beats UVA. I'm a JMU alum. Always excited. JMU actually plays Sawyer Hemsley, one of the founders of Crumbl. We play Utah State. We play his alma mater. So that'll be interesting. That'll be fun. That's here in like a month or so. So I'll make sure to mention it when the time comes. But yeah, so we won. I had to leave when it rained because I went to ODU for that game. And that game went to the last minute. Fourth down stop. ODU won. But what was really interesting, just to kind of wrap everything up, is I went on Twitter to just double check that I was right on the time in terms of, you know, when the game started. And crazy enough, this dude took a selfie. It's like, okay, you're replying to this thing with a selfie. What are you about to say? What are you saying? Why are you taking a selfie of yourself? You're not even wearing ODU stuff. And this man says, if you find me at the game, I will buy you a beer. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Now, I didn't go looking for this man. I don't want to waste my time looking for people. I'm just chilling with my family. We're having a good old time. And just a couple seats ahead of me, look who's sitting there. That man. And I was like, Dad, you like to talk to a lot of people. Go talk to this man. Go ask him for a beer. Say, look at this post. Go ask him for a beer. And so ends up, you know, they talk for a little bit, and then he points at me and is like, oh, and he goes and buys me a beer. Of course, my dad ends up getting him a beer back. And that's the great thing about my dad. He's really cool. But just these cool moments in life, you know, don't take them for granted. Live life, enjoy it, and seek out the crowd. Don't just be in the crowd. Seek out the crowd. Oh, my hand's messy. Seek out the crowd. Don't just be a crowd pleaser either. But make sure you're paying attention to life and you're living the right life. Don't go with the motions. Anyways, that's it for my review today, and I'll see y'all around.